Welcome to the channel. Essentialism, the Disciplined Pursuit of Less, is a book written by Greg McKeown, strategy consultant and expert on leadership and personal productivity. The book explores the idea that doing less, but with focus and intention, can lead to greater results and satisfaction. Essentialism, a new way of thinking and living that allows individuals to eliminate the unnecessary and focus on what truly matters. The author argues that essentialism is not about simplifying life, but rather, it's about making the right choices and eliminating distractions in order to achieve greater impact. The book begins by discussing the societal pressures that have driven people to become non-essentialists, where individuals are constantly multitasking, taking on more responsibilities, and making choices without considering the long-term effects. The author explains that this way of living has led to burnout, stress, and a lack of fulfillment. He goes on to explain that essentialism is the opposite of this, and it's about learning to say no to what doesn't matter in order to be able to say yes to what does. The author then outlines the 4 steps of essentialism. The first step is to identify what is essential. McKeown explains that in order to know what is essential, one must understand their values and priorities. He also emphasizes that essentialism is not about doing more, but rather, it's about doing what is most important. The second step is to eliminate the non-essential. This involves learning to say no to the things that don't align with one's priorities and values, and focusing on what truly matters. The third step is to execute what is essential. This involves creating a plan and taking action to make sure that the essential things get done. The final step is to reflect and evaluate what is essential. This involves looking back on what was accomplished and making any necessary adjustments. Throughout the book, the author provides practical tips and insights on how to implement essentialism in everyday life. He also shares real-life examples of individuals who have transformed their lives through the principles of essentialism. One of the key themes of the book is the idea that doing less, but with focus and intention, leads to greater results and satisfaction. The author explains that when individuals focus on the essentials, they can be more productive and achieve more in less time. He also emphasizes that essentialism is not about being productive for the sake of being productive, but rather, it's about doing what truly matters and living a life that is aligned with one's values and priorities. Another theme of the book is the idea that saying no to what doesn't matter is just as important as saying yes to what does. The author explains that many individuals struggle with the concept of saying no, but that it's essential to learning to eliminate the non-essential and focus on what truly matters. He provides practical tips on how to say no in a way that is respectful and empowering. The author also explores the idea that essentialism is not just about personal productivity, but also about leadership. He argues that essentialism is a leadership mindset, where leaders focus on what is most important and eliminate distractions in order to achieve greater impact. He explains that essentialism can help leaders to be more effective, innovative, and inspiring. In conclusion, Essentialism is an intriguing and inspiring book that challenges individuals to rethink the way they live and lead. The author argues that by embracing the principles of essentialism, individuals can eliminate distractions, focus on what truly matters, and live a life of greater impact and satisfaction. The book is full of practical tips and insights, and is a must-read for anyone who wants to live a more intentional and fulfilling life. Hope you liked our content, and thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Hit the notification bell.